Race here with the second installment of our podcast where we talk about racing. Today's topic is going to be World Rally. So I watched all of the Rally 2017. With 2018, man, I'm more excited than ever. It's the most exciting racing I've seen. Many different winners in many different ways, whether it's fortune or somebody was just on the gas. Anything can happen. I love World Rally. I'm going to continue watching World Rally until I die. So there's 4 manufacturers: Citroen, Hyundai, Honda, whatever you want to call it, Ford, and Toyota. This is Toyota's second year. Their first year was very impressive. They won in Sweden. They have Jari-Matti. They just signed Oitanek, who was with M Sport last year, and they signed Esa-Pekka Lappi. I look forward to seeing what progress they've made in just the off season alone. I believe the cars are actually the same cars from last season. So I'm interested to see their progress as a team, meshing of new drivers, and just seeing what progress they made in just 2 years. Ford is the team to beat. M Sport now has Ford performance backing from the factory. So I'm interested to see how they grow as a team. They also have the 5-time champion Sebastian Ogier. They signed Elvin Evans, and Teemu Sinonen will be doing some events here and there as a rookie. Hyundai has Terry Neuville, who I feel is kind of more like how Nico Rosberg was for a lot of his championship. Always second place. You know, it's hard to, when a guy wins 5 in a row, you can just try, but if you can't do it, you can't do it. So Neuville is probably really feeling the pressure of being second. They also signed Andres Mikkelsen, who did a lot of part-time stuff, tried out many different cars last season. One thing I noticed that Hyundai had a lot of mechanical failures, but I'm hoping that they can provide a more reliable car to Neuville, who really has a fighting chance to beat Ogier. Let's get to it. Let's talk about the Monte Carlo. Stage 1 is dry, but a few ice patches, and it becomes a challenge because you don't want to sacrifice on the dry patches for the little bit of ice that you're going to face, but the little bit of ice that you're going to face can be a huge challenge and can take you out of whatever advantage you did gain on the dry. There was winners and losers of this situation. 2 guys who did it pretty well was Sebastian Ogier and Tanek. They had a slow slide where you lost a little grip, but it was nothing major. They were able to recover with minimal time lost. Neuville's a major loser. He slid off and went into a ditch on stage 1, and it cost him 4 minutes. So from stage 1, you're down, you're out. You can't push hard and make up that, and you're gonna take a lot of risk trying to do that. Chris Meek always surprises me with his mistakes. So he lost it at the same spot or same section that everybody did, except when he put it in reverse, he reversed into a ditch. The navigator even said himself, that's the first time for him. Stage 2, nothing much, really. It's at night. It's mostly dry. Mikkelsen pulls up a second, which that just makes me cheer more, He's a rookie with the team, or not really a rookie since you did a couple events with him, but he's showing up, and that's what we like. Stage 3 is dry on tarmac, which we know that's Ogier's specialty. Craig Breen suffers a broken brake disc that cost him 2 minutes. Tanek wins the stage, and it brings him 3 seconds closer to Ogier and brings him up to 4th place. Andres Mikkelsen dropped to 3rd after going off track and into somebody's front yard. No big whoop. With that being said, stage 4, he doesn't even make it because he has a bad alternator. Hyundai, it's the first race. How are people having bad parts? Everything should be brand new. Nothing should be failing on the first race. That is unacceptable. So I did some research. Every stage he doesn't run, it's an automatic 7-minute penalty. Yeah, he doesn't come back to stage 9. So stage 5, 6, 7, and 8. Craig Breen didn't have time there were no in their service, so he had to run with that broken brake disc, which cost him an additional 2.5 minutes. Stage 6, nothing happens. Oitanek pulls off the win, and the Toyota boys start showing up slowly into the middle of the rally. At the end of this stage, it's Ogier, Tanek, Danny Sordo, Lappi, and Jari-Matti. Stage 7 is in the rain, and the only major thing I can say Seb overcooks it, he tries to save it. By the time the car catches, it goes straight into a ditch. He lost 25 seconds to Tanak in that process. In the meantime, in the middle of the field, Elvin Evans and Nerville are having a battle, and they're just pushing each other to go faster. They're coming up onto Chris Meek, and Meek is just putting along, you know, he makes mistakes here and there. The problem is for Nerville that he already got himself into a big problem from stage 1, so there's times where he goes on, he'll get a second. I think he won like a couple stages in a row, and it's just not enough for him to overcome that 4-minute deficit. So he won stage 8, and when we get to stage 9, the first time I'm hearing of this, it's called slush. It's like when the snow is thin and it starts to melt. So it's like it's a slushy. I don't gotta explain. It's freaking slushy. Try driving on slushy. Jari-Matti is the first one to put down an impressive time of 45 seconds faster than everybody else. This is rally. So the next guy goes, and he goes 25 seconds faster, and that was Sebastian Ogier. Andres Mikkelsen then pulls out 22 seconds, such that he had to go down, 20 minutes. Stage 9, Danny Sordo also runs off wide and into the tree line, and his day is done. I was actually really impressed that he was able to compete in the top 5 for so long. Stage 11, there's this high-speed straightaway, or it's long, it's high, it's wide open, and at the end of it is a 90-degree left. And a couple people just ran it. They ran it wide, and they got in, just went into the snow. And you could see the tracks of many people who did it before them. This included Nerville, Tanak, Mikkelsen, Hayden Paddon, and I can't remember if anybody else did. I'm pretty sure, at least a couple people did. So White Tanak went on to win stage 11, even after running off track, because many other guys did. So the order at this time is Sebastian, Oyt Tanak, Jari-Matti, and Chris Meek holding on to 4th. Stage 14, Oyt Tanak says he'll settle for 2nd. He's behind Ogier by like a minute and 10, so no reason to push on with only 2 or 3 stages to go. Evans and Nerville, meanwhile, are still in this battle for 5th place. Nerville gets 2nd place, and the next 2 stages, 15 and 16. And what's happening here is everybody's saving for the power stage. The conditions for the power stage were dry and clean, which suits a Citroen, which doesn't happen often, and that's why they have a problem in rally. But it benefited him. He won the power stage and got an additional 5 points. He stays ahead of Evans and Nerville, but Nerville and Evans do swap, and Nerville takes 4 extra points for getting 2nd at the power stage. So the order ends: Sebastian, Tanak, Yadi, Meek, and Nerville. I honestly am surprised that Chris Meek was able to finish in 4th place. I just see him as kind of like a klutz, like he makes a lot of simple errors and mistakes. Not to say that I'm a professional rally driver at all, but